Steelers fans, the atmosphere is electric this week as we gear up for one of the most important matchups the franchise has faced in recent memory. There's more than just pride on the line here. This is a game that could redefine the season for both teams involved. When you consider that a division title will be decided by the outcome, the stakes rise exponentially, and every play, every call, every moment becomes critical. The winner walks away with not just bragging rights, but potentially home field advantage in the playoffs, while the loser faces the disappointment of missing out on the postseason entirely. That contrast alone adds a palpable tension that you can feel even from outside the stadium. The Steelers are coming off a roller coaster stretch of games, and the challenge this weekend is unlike anything else they've faced. The pressure is not only on the players but on the coaching staff as well. Every adjustment, every strategy, every personnel decision is being scrutinized because the margin for error is minimal. Mason McCormick's comments about fans bringing energy and excitement to the stadium are perfectly reasonable on the surface, but there's a deeper layer to what he's implying. When a team openly says they need the crowd, it's never just a motivational statement. It's a signal of where vulnerabilities might exist, and it's a subtle reminder that momentum can shift in an instant if that support wavers. The psychology of football is a game in itself, and the Steelers understand that fan engagement can sometimes tip the balance in critical moments. Looking back at their previous meeting with the Ravens in Baltimore, Pittsburgh displayed a masterclass in exploiting weaknesses while simultaneously masking their own limitations. The victory by 27-22 wasn't just a result of luck or chance. It was a product of surgical precision in the passing game. DK Metcalf accounted for more than half of Aaron Rodgers' passing yardage, and the team leaned heavily on that connection. The running game, by contrast, was virtually non-existent, with barely 34 yards gained on 17 carries. Yet the team's ability to dominate through the air made up for any lack of ground production. And that duality of strategy is what makes analyzing the upcoming matchup so intriguing. Without key playmakers like Metcalf and Darnell Washington, the offense suddenly appears smaller, but that doesn't mean it's powerless. Creative formations, adjustments at the line, and strategic play calling could easily offset the absence of their stars, and the coaching staff has shown a willingness to adapt in ways opponents don't anticipate. Running backs and offensive line strategies will likely play a pivotal role in this game. If the Steelers can get the ground game moving, there's potential to control the clock and open up opportunities downfield, but it requires discipline and execution at a level that hasn't always been consistent this season. On the defensive side, the challenge of containing Derrick Henry cannot be overstated. In their last encounter, Henry ran 25 times for 94 yards, a modest average, but combined with support from other running backs like Keaton Mitchell, the Ravens were able to accumulate over 200 yards on the ground. The Steelers' ability to neutralize Henry this time around could very well define the outcome of the game. A dominant performance against him would not only disrupt the Ravens' rhythm, but also allow Pittsburgh to dictate the pace in ways they were unable to in prior games. Quarterback play will also be under intense scrutiny. Lamar Jackson's recent performances have been inconsistent, and Tyler Huntley has brought a different dynamic to the Ravens' offense, one that could be more manageable for Pittsburgh if approached strategically. Huntley's efficiency in recent games, completing a high percentage of passes and adding mobility, presents a unique challenge, but it also highlights an opportunity. If the Steelers focus on disciplined coverage and controlled pass rush, they can contain the big plays and force the Ravens to sustain drives under pressure. Defensive coordination, especially in the secondary and against the running game, will be absolutely critical. Special teams, the timing of substitutions, and even situational play calling could tip the scales. The Steelers have shown resilience in past matchups, coming off losses only to rebound against teams that many expected to dominate them. That history of bouncing back cannot be ignored because it speaks to the mentality within the locker room. Confidence, focus, and mental toughness often matter as much as raw talent, and the way the team channels the memory of previous highs and lows will play into how they perform under the lights this weekend. Every snap, every third down attempt, every red zone situation could swing the momentum, and fans should expect a battle that is as cerebral as it is physical. The implications of this game stretch beyond just one weekend. A victory would not only secure a key playoff position, but would also send a strong message to the rest of the league about the Steelers' capabilities and resilience. It's a chance to reaffirm their identity, demonstrate that they can overcome adversity, and build momentum heading into the postseason. A loss, conversely, could signal a need to recalibrate and address weaknesses, both in personnel and in strategy. The duality of stakes makes every play, every decision, every moment on the field a story in itself, and that's what makes this matchup compelling for fans and analysts alike. As the countdown to kickoff continues, energy is building across Pittsburgh and among Steelers fans nationwide. The weight of expectations is enormous, but so too is the potential for an iconic victory. This is the kind of game that separates memorable seasons from forgettable ones, and the team knows it. From offensive scheming to defensive alignments, from player mentality to crowd engagement, the variables are endless, and each one carries significance. It's a chess match played at breakneck speed, with careers, reputations, and fan loyalty all intertwined. Every division matchup carries meaning, but the convergence of stakes this weekend elevates this particular contest to another level. The Steelers are tasked not just with winning a game, but with asserting dominance, making adjustments, and executing flawlessly under pressure. From minimizing errors to capitalizing on opportunities, the path to victory is clear but difficult. The physicality of the game, combined with mental acuity and preparation, will be on full display, and the outcome will reflect the team's ability to perform at the highest level. The challenge is steep, the stakes are sky-high, and the history of this franchise is being written one snap at a time. Players, coaches, and fans alike understand that this is more than a game. It's a statement. A chance to prove resilience, skill, and determination under circumstances that test every aspect of the team. Pittsburgh has been in tough spots before, but rarely with this many variables converging in a single contest. The excitement, tension, and anticipation are palpable, and as Sunday approaches, every decision made by the team, on and off the field, could have ripple effects that last far beyond the final whistle. As the teams prepare for kickoff, there's an undeniable tension that permeates the stadium. The Steelers are acutely aware that the stakes are unlike any ordinary Sunday. Every yard gained, every tackle made, and every snap executed carries the potential to shift momentum in an instant. The coaching staff has spent countless hours analyzing film, breaking down tendencies, and preparing for every conceivable scenario. In situations like this, the smallest detail can become a game changer. The offensive line must protect the quarterback with precision, and every misstep could allow the Ravens to seize the initiative. Similarly, the secondary must remain disciplined, anticipating routes without overcommitting, because one blown coverage could completely alter the trajectory of the contest. The absence of key offensive weapons looms large. Without their top receivers, the Steelers must rely on depth, creativity, and timing to maintain a balanced attack. Quarterback decisions will be crucial, particularly when facing a defense as opportunistic as Baltimore's. Mismatches, coverage reads, and timing routes will all need to be executed flawlessly. The running game may see increased responsibility, not just to move the chains, but to set up the passing game and control the tempo. Each running back will have to read blocks and make precise decisions, while the line opens spaces consistently under intense pressure. Football at this level is a game of inches, and in a matchup with this much on the line, every single inch can be the difference between triumph and heartbreak. On defense, containing Derrick Henry remains a monumental task. Even when facing a quarterback who is less mobile, the ability of the Ravens to run the ball effectively presents a constant threat. The Steelers must approach this with a combination of aggression and patience, keeping defenders disciplined in assignments while applying consistent pressure to disrupt timing. Tackling fundamentals, gap discipline, and awareness in space will be under a microscope, because Henry has the power and vision to turn a single broken play into a touchdown. Meanwhile, secondary players will need to communicate seamlessly, ensuring that coverage switches, blitz pickups, and zone responsibilities are executed without error. Every decision made by the defense could swing momentum, and the balance between risk and reward will define the narrative of the game. Quarterback play on both sides will be pivotal. For Pittsburgh, quick reads, accurate passes, and judicious use of the field will be necessary to compensate for missing star receivers. The Ravens' quarterback, healthy and capable, will test the secondary with a combination of accuracy and mobility. Anticipating the rush, finding open targets, and executing under pressure will separate the effective from the extraordinary. Each throw carries the weight of playoff implications, and one miscalculation can define the outcome. The Steelers must capitalize on turnovers, third down stops, and red zone opportunities to keep their playoff hopes alive. Execution in high-pressure situations will be the measure of the team's resilience and preparation. The crowd, too, will play a significant role. The energy in the stadium can amplify momentum, push players beyond their limits, and intimidate the visiting team. For Pittsburgh, channeling that energy into positive support will be essential. Loud cheers, synchronized chants, and visible excitement can lift the team during critical drives and reinforce confidence. Fans have seen how quickly momentum can change in football, and this game is a perfect example of how their presence can subtly influence outcomes. It's not just the plays on the field, but the atmosphere surrounding them that contributes to the narrative of a pivotal matchup. Special teams cannot be overlooked. Field position, accurate kicking, and coverage on returns will all have outsized impacts. A single big return or blocked kick can dramatically alter momentum and field strategy. Punting, kickoffs, and extra points are often underappreciated, but in a game of this magnitude, even small mistakes can be amplified. Coaches have emphasized attention to detail, and every player must understand the consequences of minor errors. Preparation, awareness, and focus will be tested from the first snap to the final whistle. This game also serves as a psychological measure of the Steelers' character. Overcoming adversity, dealing with missing personnel, and maintaining composure under pressure are hallmarks of successful teams. The player's mindset will be tested repeatedly, both in critical plays and during lulls in momentum. Maintaining focus and confidence is essential. Veteran leadership can guide younger players, and communication between units must remain clear and decisive. Each sideline adjustment, each huddle, and each play call will demonstrate the team's ability to respond to the dynamic challenges of high-stakes football. From a strategic standpoint, play calling will be nuanced. Coordinators must balance aggression with caution, attempting to exploit weaknesses while safeguarding against the Ravens' strengths. Offensive sequences need variety and unpredictability, forcing the defense to hesitate or make errors. On defense, disguising schemes, applying pressure selectively, and maintaining assignments are all critical to limiting explosive plays. Football at this level is as much a mental chess match as a physical contest, and every decision is magnified by the implications of the game. The Steelers' recent performance trends provide both optimism and caution. Wins against tough opponents demonstrate the team's ability to rise to challenges, while past losses highlight areas requiring attention. Learning from mistakes, adjusting mid-game, and maintaining execution under pressure are essential components of a winning formula. The opportunity to clinch a division title and secure playoff positioning is enormous, but it comes with the expectation that players and coaches perform at their highest capacity. Every missed opportunity or poorly executed play could be costly, reinforcing the importance of preparation, focus, and execution. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the NFL, whispers are circulating about a blockbuster trade between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. Sources close to the situation suggest that both franchises are in advanced discussions that could reshape their rosters in dramatic fashion. While neither team has officially confirmed the deal, insiders hint that the trade involves key players whose impact could be felt immediately on the field. The Steelers, known for their hard-hitting defense and strategic offense, appear to be targeting a high-profile acquisition that could address lingering gaps in their lineup. Rumors indicate that the team is willing to part with valuable assets to secure the right talent, signaling a bold win-now mentality. Fans are already speculating about which positions might be affected, with whispers ranging from offensive playmakers to defensive stalwarts. Meanwhile, the Patriots are reportedly exploring options to rejuvenate their roster with fresh energy and experience. Speculation centers on their potential to receive a player capable of influencing both sides of the ball, a move that could hint at a larger strategy to remain competitive in an increasingly unpredictable league. Analysts are debating the implications, with some suggesting this trade could spark a ripple effect across the NFL, prompting other teams to reevaluate their own strategies. Social media has exploded with fan reactions, ranging from excitement to outright disbelief. Commentators are dissecting every possible scenario, imagining how such a swap could shift the balance of power in the league. While official details remain scarce, the buzz alone has reignited discussions about the Steelers' and Patriots' championship ambitions. Though nothing is set in stone, the mere possibility of this trade has captured the imagination of the football world. As speculation intensifies, everyone from casual viewers to seasoned analysts is watching closely, waiting for confirmation that could turn rumor into reality. Whether the deal ultimately goes through or not, it has already made its mark, underscoring the unpredictable nature of the NFL and the high-stakes world of team management. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.